best quality products, value for money, best technology, very tasty. But one thing is Dr. Kori, which he said is never try to think that you are smarter than your consumer. Never think you can manage or manipulate your consumer. He can manage it. Whatever strategy you may be forming in organization after learning from business school sector कि ऐसे consumer को बेवकूफ बनाना है, ऐसे करना, that is not possible. एक बार बेवकूफ बनाएंगे, दो बार बनाएंगे, तीसरी बार when consumer come to this manufacturer, this brand has chosen to reduce weight from 1 kg to 950 or 900 grams, or reduce the dairy fat and which is 400 rupees kg by increasing the sugar content, which is 30 rupees kg. That is faith will go away. No blind faith. Then you consider your product like any other product. So, over a period of time, we always, any decision we want to take related to consumer, whether pricing, weight, changing ingredients, we always keep in mind the original idea given, never trying to cheat consumer. We may be having, you see, monopoly is a product more than 96% market share like butter. But if you see our 20, 30 years price graph, we have never increased price more than inflation. We have, I mean, there are sometimes under pressure, profit billing, what people call it. ठीक है, आपका आइसक्रीम चल गया, आपका डेयरी आइटम चल गया, reduce 2% dairy fat, like other brands are coming, increase sugar. Let me tell you, every food multinational or other, they do same thing. Once product is successful, you started buying it. Change the recipe, replacing expensive ingredients with the cheap synthetic ingredients, because all business schools, all business books tell you same. How to reduce cost production. Cost production कैसे कम होगा? Ingredients. But here, butter, what we introduced 50 years back, same recipe. Ice cream 20 years, whatever ice cream we launched, same recipe. We have not reduced fat or replaced dairy fat with a vegetable fat. Because we know our consumer, you cannot outsmart. He knows it. Faith and trust. And no doubt, consumer taste, attitude, preferences keep on changing. So you have to come up with the thing, keeping in mind the same business philosophy. Every year we do consumer attitude survey through research agencies. We come to know what they think about products, what they want to know, what new products they want to launch. I remember in 90s, when we were doing this annual. So that time, Levers had launched their ice cream in India, and we were not present in ice cream. So a lot of consumer commented that we do not understand why Amul has not come out with ice cream. When a soap manufacturer can make ice cream, why not a dairy company of India? But unfortunately, that time, ice cream was reserved for only small scale sector. Sugam Dairy in Baroda, they were selling because small scale. But then we entered the government, did a lot of things, and somehow we entered, and within 5 years, we became number one brand. And when we entered ice cream, we had not come up with very different strategy. Same strategy, but was there for any other product. Value for money, good product. And say that consumer wants, they buy, they feel happy. If you, our strategy, if you consumer, if you buy a liter of milk or buy a packet of butter for 45 rupees, when you take home, you consume it, you feel satisfied that value delivered to you in case of butter is more than 45 rupees. Next step you buy. So that is what we are trying to do it. And you see, one more strategy right from day one which we have been following, which we have not changed with that time, is the brand building, advertising. Advertising, brand building is very, very important part of any business or FMCG or food product. Most, if I give you data in FMCG company, average advertising spend is 9% after Nestle ले लीजिए up to 15-16% of levers. Average advertising. There may be some luxury product, premium product on which it may be more than 20-25%. So that is it. So if you see an ad in the Star of a soap and next day you buy getting influenced, you can understand that out of the 40 rupees, 10 rupees you are paying for last night ad which you saw. And Dr. Varghese told they that you have need to spend on advertising and promotion what is their necessity to inform to the consumer. And our advertising spend has never crossed 1% of our turnover. I mean, last few years is 0.8%. And then once you get this strategy, you start thinking how you, with the change in scenario, people are spending 15, 20, 22%, how to face that? How to make your product top of the mind, how people can recall your product, how people can perceive your product with this constraint. Because you have to provide value for money, because you have to provide good price to the milk producers. So we adopted day one umbrella branding. कुछ भी बेचना है एक ही ब्रांड में बेचना है, अमूल आइसक्रीम, अमूल बटर, अमूल घी, अमूल चीज. We don't want to have many children and everything. And here also, reason for this thing is whatever strategy is going in one direction, consistency. I don't know how organization cop up where every year people change. It's very difficult. Let me tell you. We are fortunate that in our whole organization this consistency is there. I'll come on this subject. I mean, advertising, you see, whatever pushing, whatever we have taken, our last 50 years, utterly better vision which you talk, last 50 years campaign is doing well, so why to change it? Why to change it? People like it, but you try to make it contemporary. Instead of only the holdings, we have gone for digital, we have gone for press, so everything. Same is Taste of India. Amul Taste of India started in 94, 22 years. It's working well. So why to change it? To change, how to convey, how to communicate. Similarly, Amul Doodh Pita India. We started 10 years back, and you won't mind. I mean, I have to tell you, every 2 years or 3 years, advertising agency, if any change in creative person happens, he'll come with new camera. Sabse badhiya hai. Fortunately, here in Amul, people don't change, but in other companies, marketing directors, they change every year. So everybody wants to leave his chap in the organization. चलो एक नया position statement दे दो, नया camper दे दो, नया brand दे दो. तो change हो जाता है. Change is required or not, because change is happening, because people have changed. So our brief is very simple to advertise. आप एक positioning statement ले लो, पर वो आप अपने बच्चे की तरह है, वो आप change नहीं कर सकते. आपकी शादी हो गई है. So Amul Taste of India, after limited edition, Doodh Pita India, रहे. हाँ, मैसेज करने का टीवी का चेंज होता रहे. So importance is consistency. Fortunately, our advertising agencies are continuing from day one. Like the butter campaign is there in the Deccan Associates. So they are there with us from day one. Then for milk and sector, we have Absolute. Day one, we have not changed. We do get lot of offers, lot of good agency, world level, they come up with good presentation, etc. But somehow, you see, again and again, it's a people man, and there are all people in our business. If you want to win their confidence, trust, you also have to be same way, behaving with them. Then only you get blind trust, blind faith from all the people, all the stakeholders in your business, whether your employees, suppliers, your consumers. You should not think कि आपका ही फायदा हो बाकी का कुछ नहीं है. Now coming to the third very important stakeholder is employees. That Amul has been recognized from day one. Our thinking is that organizations can survive for decades and centuries if they are founded on a very, very solid value system and the culture. How culture of organization is evolved? You tell me. Like in Amul, how culture is? Tribhuvan Das Patel, founder chairman, that professional Dr. Varghese Kurian, then his colleague Mr. Dalaya. They founded. They had certain value system. Dr. Varghese Kurian did his postgraduate at MIT. Tribhuvan Das Patel was the Congress president of a well-learned. And when they made a culture is what is, it's a DNA of the organization. Like you have got DNA, we all have got a DNA of parents, grandparents. You can't change it. So, that once DNA, a culture of organization is mind, form, and people come, they get inducted, they imbibe that culture, they get that DNA, they also have the same value system what their predecessors did. And that is, when we are very fortunate at Amul, our people, most of the people, like in my organization at the top level, department head, they all are on their first job. Like if I have 35 years, my number 2 is more than 28, all on the first job. Very, very rarely we induct people from the house. We generally hire from the campus, then so that they can get our team. When some technically we are finally late, then if some what people do leave, somebody is left, we try to fill up that position internally. Because you see, no doubt that fellow may not be having the technical competence of that position or commercial, but that fellow is having our DNA, our culture. That is much important than that. We don't go to the placement consultant कि मुझे आज एक marketing का ad चाहिए. We never. I'm sorry, it may not be very, because that I think has failed us. And that makes them, you see, very inspired and motivated. You see, when you want, by talking motivation, by talking inspiring stories, by talking them, giving lot of training program, you cannot get best out of them. You have to show them. You have to also behave like that. You have to be very transparent. And like we said, evidence with evidence. So that is what, in the value system, which Dr. Varghese Kurian has given us, is there are a lot of, two values which we cherish most is one is integrity. He has said never and never compromise. I remember I was way back in 80s, 82 I graduated from IRMA, and we were just one day chatting within the class. He said, sir, you are the chairman of so many organizations and you must be recruiting a lot of people. So what do you look for when you recruit person? What things you look? What competence you look when you hire a person? He said 3 things I look for. And what were those things? He said, I still remember. He said, integrity. Integrity. When people come from good management school or education, you see, सब कुछ होगा, but what is missing is, however good person is, if in your organization that integrity then your organization cannot survive for more than 10 years. How long you can yourself can live? And second, which we need to cherish and excellence. Whatever you do, it has to be the best. right from hiring people, going for technology, office, anything, packaging, anything, or the products, it has to be the excellent and the best. It's not that you as a farmer's organization or you say you are a government type, chalega is a concept. That's if you go to any government institution, you will find right from maintenance of laws to the office hygiene and everything. It will be the best. Another thing which I have seen is why Amul has been successful, although it's owned by the farmers, is the confidence or trust farmers have in professionalism. I mean, on my board, there are 18 district union chairmen. They all are farmers. Nobody will understand what is banker. Nobody, they don't understand. And I'm the only professional on the board. And you won't believe, we are every year investing around 600 to 800 crore rupees. They again have blind faith. कि हाँ ये जो बोल रहा होगा सही होगा. And that has not worked here. No, that has come last 10, 20, 30 years experience. So the type of faith and professionalism there, that is the one very, very important thing. Other is, employees also feel that they are not working only for their roji roti. हर आदमी को काम करना है, बच्चे वगैरह करनी, but also for a cause, also for the nation building. I mean, look here, any employee who is working with Amul, their living standard is much higher than the owners. Very happens. 80% of the members are landless, मजदूर हैं, उनके लिए. So end of the day you feel कि ठीक है रोटी तो कमाई मैंने कुछ अच्छा, कुछ सोशल वर्क भी किया, चलो भगवान के लिए कुछ मुझे मंदिर नहीं गया, पर ऑफिस चला गया वो काम मेरा, क्योंकि मैंने कुछ काम किया. So that type of satisfaction our employees get. So that is only possible if you know, they know yes, what I am doing is contributing in giving some relative price to the milk producer. And that is why never any, thousands and thousands of employees are working 7 years, no strike. I remember in 81, once in Amul Dairy, workers had gone on strike. Some unions, people politically just motivated, they went on strike. They went in the morning of strike, news spread to the villages. Afternoon, trolleys full of farmers came from the village to run the day. Aap batao. They said, we are the biggest union. How can you threaten? And immediately some workers office. So that is the thing. So, second, with the changing in system, how much? Yeah. You see, 91 business has been liberalized in India, and that time we felt there will be a lot of competition from India and abroad coming in. So we thought we have to also change our style of work, keeping our business philosophy same. And business philosophy is basically short I told you, but in real terms, value for many and value for money. Value for many, millions of farmers who are supplying milk to us, and value for money is for the consumers. So, in 94, about 22 years back, we started adopting total quality management system. We had an agency, ISTA at that time, and they said that they did one is appreciative inquiry, where they studied the whole system in our organization, and they came out of the path, TQM 95. And you know, you are the expert, what is TQM, 3 pillars, total quality control, total employee involvement, and total waste elimination. And vision strategy. So And then I remember in vision mission, it is not only some professional are involved with जो marketing में या पर they form, farmers are involved at all the level. What vision mission you want for this organization? And after making vision mission, then goals were set, long-term goals. And also we took few initiatives which most of your organizations are doing. Kaizen, like last 20 years we have done more than 6 lakh Kaizen, per like 3.5. Housekeeping. You see, housekeeping we know in the factories, I think we know in our offices. We have gone one step and we got housekeeping in the villages, in the village cooperative society. We celebrated a Red Tech Day, you may be knowing, where everybody is involved in housekeeping or his working. Whatever is waste is taken out. So that happened across organizations, right from village cooperative society to our distributor.